Hello everyone, so today is Thursday, the 9th of January, so let's take a look now. I've already posted the hours here on the chart, you can see, so they're on the website. Just got something to say here, which I want you guys to keep in mind. Now we've got the hours here, right, and I've got 11:50 here. 11:50 can be a level, okay? I'm just going to put in brackets, but market change can come as late as 13:25, okay? So I'm just going to put that there. So just make sure you know, every day you should check them out and not do it and not take it for granted. I don't normally make changes, right? Once I put it, it's pretty much a done deal. But every day I do go over it just in case I've missed anything out. And it's important to kind of like go over it. Now today, this 4:55 was important. Okay, so that was an important one. And the impact of that can come around also by 9:55. So 9:55 is important. 11:50 is important. If you're in the US and you're sleeping while I'm doing this, probably, then this is going to be important for you. All right, 4:55.5. If the market, well, pretty much 5 o'clock basically, if the market finds direction here, it should take us to 8 o'clock, okay, and probably further into 10:50. All right, so once we get direction, that's where we should be going. Now, as you know, the first thing you should always be doing is checking the news. If you haven't done so, do it. All right, so let's sign in here again, because we've got non-farm payroll coming out tomorrow. Okay, now check it out, it's Thursday. Okay, there's still news coming out, but it's a holiday. All right, so I'm not really planning on doing much trading today. I've got something else in mind to do. Okay, but if you're going to trade, those are the hours to look out for. Okay, and tomorrow, as you know, we've got the non-farm payroll, so you might as well just sit tight for that. So let's take a look at the charts, see where we're at. Now, yesterday I did post a gold trade, as you know. It was here, and I said you could take that, and if you did, you should have been okay. Funnily enough, I had a 2,670 target. As you can see right there, it just missed it by like a little bit. I had moved the stop up after this big takeoff, because it was coming close to the hours, so, and it was getting close to the dinner time and everything. So I said, what, just push the stops up, and just if it hits the target, great. If it doesn't, well, don't worry about it. And it just went boom, still with a profit. I had 2 trades, both ended up in profit. One covered the trade, and the other one took profit as well. So no loss there, but it was just off the edge, and that does happen sometimes. So it's just part of the game. Important is trade management, and this is why we've got hours. So immediately, when we get into an hour, I'm just making sure the stops are up. Okay, and if I've covered the trade, obviously I didn't move the stop closer, so I didn't get stopped out here. But once it took off, I said, that's it, because if it comes from here all the way back down, that's obviously going to be a big mess. So once you've got the breakout happening, then you can put the stop forward. So a bit of trade management, as you know, is what we have to do always. Now, weekly, as you can see, we've got a breach here. On the daily, we also have a breach that was happening yesterday. Now, as you know, yesterday was a swing day, so now we're in a situation where we have non-farm payroll coming up tomorrow. Okay, this is a good buy kiss at 55, which is 2,656. 2,656 is done, as you can see right there. Okay, so that's that. As you can see, it's pretty much on that hour I talked to you about. Okay, there is a bit of a gap at the top there. Okay, all the gaps here, as you can see, they've filled it in at the trading hour zone here. So the market rushed down. So if you bought again here in this zone at the lows here, you should have been just fine. Let me just make this a little bigger. Okay, there we are. All right. So now, like I said, this is the situation. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get rid of that. And because Wednesday was a swing day, now we're in a bit of a dilemma here. Tell you why. Yesterday I was okay to go up and it worked fine. But can the day, the end of the day, be that swing day? And look at that. The channel, can it still come down again? It can. Remember what I said yesterday? I said, guys, this can be like, a bit tricky because we also have an impulse wave with an A, B, C pullback right into the 37.5. This is why my take profit was just under that. It was 2,670, and just underneath it, it went south, which is okay. Like I said, it's fine. It happens. So what to do? I say we wait. I say we wait for Friday. Today's a holiday in the US. We've got Friday happening. On Friday, during non-farm payroll, we are going to have hectic moves, okay? So when that news comes out tomorrow, we need to be on top of our game if we're going to trade. There is no pre-news setup, okay? There is something happening after the news, which is going to be tricky. Tomorrow is a tricky day, all right? We're going to have a violent day tomorrow. So be mindful. You might just want to sit it out as well, not risk anything. But we've got the hours, so as long as we've got the hours, if we find direction, we can just do it, okay? The news setup can be at around lunchtime, like 2 o'clock. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, we might find a good spot where the market might, feel that it's the level, and from there on it could just, pretty much take off. So that's how things can develop tomorrow. So today I'm not going to do anything. We don't have to trade every day. Don't trade every day. Trade when you have a setup. Here there are two things that are legitimate. This goodbye kiss is legitimate, okay, and we can still follow it, in that up motion as well. On the other hand, like I said, it's a bit of a sandwich tricky situation. So sometimes you just need to let it go and stay out of the game. Now this is really nice, okay. I love to see that because I've been saying about it that we need to come back down. So I said we should fill in the gaps, right? And this is exactly what the market did yesterday. It was a swing day, beautiful, and that's it. Okay, we just get rid of this. Okay, so now this is also good. As you know, the swing day for the euro dollar, that was the swing day. Plus, now we've got swing day happening on Friday. Wouldn't it be awesome if from the lows again, we would go back up next week? Because then next week we're going to be like, in the game again. And next week for the euro dollar, we've got a Tuesday or a Wednesday situation. So, if we dip down, come down, then it's going to look good. All right. So then we can get back in the game and see how things pan out. In the meantime, what you want to do with this, if you want to trade it still down, okay, you can. Nice impulse wave. You can see that's that retracement formation. And it's like a flag formation. So all you have to do is just follow it through. Yesterday as well, I think I said yesterday we can sell this off as well, didn't I? I'm not sure what I said, but yeah, so that's the resistance. That was a sell-off on Tuesday. It was a swing day on Tuesday, so just following it through, coming down nice and easy, going up again nice and easy. Okay, so we should kind of like pull back down into this zone, and on the daily it's got room to come down. Okay, so I don't know if it'll come all the way down there. Okay, but we could definitely do a double bottom or with divergence and then start picking up the pieces, and I don't mind doing that. What you can do is this. You see my red lines here, but obviously if you got the PST indicator, it's all good, you're on top of your game there, but you can use your technical analysis skills that I've taught you and just understand the zone that you're going to have to get in. That's the zone. On the monthly, remember, we still have that there. Okay, it's still doable, and that's fine. We want to be buyers as the market comes down on the euro dollar. So let it do what it needs to do. If you're going to do intraday trading, you can still push it down, in my opinion. But like I said, it was better to be sold off then, and then on yesterday as well, Wednesday, to fill in the gap, follow it down, and then that's basically it. All right. Let's take a look at SP 500. That's the weekly. Now remember, with the indices, I said we could go down, and we should do that. With the indices, Wednesday was also a swing day, right? So that was Tuesday. Yeah, Wednesday. All right. So as you can see, that's Wednesday. Not a lot happened on the SP 500. Let's go into the 15-minute chart. Yeah, not much, you see. Okay. But this zone was still a sell zone. Okay, remember we marked that level in, but no trading hours. Okay. If you bought the trading hours here from the lows, okay, maybe you would have made some money, but pretty choppy, pretty messy, as you can see. So I did say yesterday, the market is going to be revving up for the non-farm payroll. Okay, it's the first non-farm payroll of 2025, and so that's going to be kind of like opening the scene for us. Okay, so trading gold yesterday was a good idea. If you traded this, I'm not sure how the hours synced in here. Let's check it out. Just bear with me. I've got to refresh the chart, and let's do this. Let's see what time was that. That was 7:30, and Wednesday. Yeah, I didn't have anything for 7:30. We would have had 8:10 on here and 8:30. So that's 8:30. Yeah, it's like in between levels. Because remember, I gave you that level as a high yesterday. If we're up here somewhere, we can sell off. And that was basically it. Okay. And then what else did we have? We had 10:20 my time, so it would be 9:20. Let's see where 9:20 is. Well, 9:20 is that bar there again. Okay, so if you sold the high again, because that's a logical sell place. Why? It's a trading hour, and it's where they sold off in London. All right, so 9:20, sell off here, and then boom, down. That's also fine. So with the indices, I'm getting the feeling, we're in a triangle. It's a descending triangle, and swing day, nice sell off. This swing day was in the middle of nowhere. Tomorrow is going to be a swing day. So probably, we're going to have to wait and see on this one. But we should dip down here. And the thing is this. You see how these bounced off without really getting into this zone. All right. They haven't gotten into this zone yet. So it's a bit tricky. Let me get rid of this, and I will show you what I mean. This is a big zone, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, and they tapped into it once. Let's get rid of this now. They tapped into it just once and took off, but you see there's no backup. There's no going back up, and this was a sell zone, remember? And then the market sold off Monday, right from the edges of that line. So Friday, we'll have to see how things pan out, and then set us up for Monday. Now, if you want to buy, the support is 37. Just look out for these numbers, 5850. So if you're going to trade, note it down, 5850. Okay, which is going to be, I think it's this one, because the daily is going to change every day. Okay, the weekly is only going to change at the end of the week when we open up the next week. So the weekly level is always the same. It will never give you another price. This is 52, and that's how it is until the setup changes and we enter next week. All right, so 5837 is on the cards all week. For the monthly, if you get a monthly price, that's fixed for the whole month. This thing doesn't repaint. It when the conditions change, it will give us a monthly, weekly, daily price. But the daily price will change at the beginning of every day, and it won't change until the next day because market conditions change. And then we've got this level here, which is the HCL 15775. But if this thing breaks on the daily, okay, you understand we're we're going down. So be mindful. This is going to be a support zone. If this thing breaks here, we've got room to go. Now, this is a good push down impulse wave, okay? And if you've taken technical analysis from me, you'd know that we're in a bit of a runner situation, all right? So tomorrow is going to determine that case, okay? And if we come back up, stop sweep tomorrow, and then turn after the news because we can, right? Then it could go all pear-shaped in the evening like that, okay? If we come down here, then from here the market can push up as well because that's going to be daily, weekly zone there. So having a zone is good. We got them covered. During the trade hours, we can act accordingly. All right, let's take a look at Dow Jones, NASDAQ. Now remember, markets are closed, so I don't see why you should be doing anything when the market is closed and there's lack of liquidity, okay? The indices, like I said, should all be going the same. Yesterday I also said that they may be going south, so let's take a look. Again, you can see here we've got a nice pennant happening, so falling down is looking like the way to go. All right, so swing day market ends up a little bit, and now we're here. So this is the first support. This could be nice, if it breaks down. Okay, you see what I'm saying? You see the price is stuck around here, but you see how the PST has done a nice clean ABC up, got a flag formation, triangle happening. Going down south is legitimate. And if we have a breakdown, that's good. So we've got 42,273. That's going to be your daily support. 42,273, just slightly up here. Okay, so on the weekly, as you know, the same thing, nothing changed. And if this thing breaks down, it's a good opportunity to go all the way down. Okay, on the weekly, you can see it's a good opportunity. So that can take us into these lower levels. Okay, could flow all the way into there, which is what we'd like to see. And I have drawn these before, and that's where we can get into. All right, until the market goes into an up mode again. I think we're going to have this nice pull down. I am going to mark this in on the daily here. All right, so the market tapped in here before, which is fine, and it's all closed here. There aren't really any gaps here except just up here a little bit, okay? So I don't mind following this down. And if it breaks on the weekly, you'll see we'll keep pushing down, and that'll take us down until March, maybe mid-March to end of March, and then we'll see how things pan out from there. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. All sideways market. Okay, yeah, this is also like, you see, like we're good to go down. I think we're good to go down, so I don't mind selling this. You see how many times they've tapped into here, and it's a descending triangle, as you can see. You see there's no follow-up on it, okay? But like I said, people are waiting for tomorrow's news. So tomorrow's news is going to set the scene. Support for today is that 38 level, so 20,633, 20,633. The weekly is already here, so let's do this. 20,633 is there. All right. Okay. So once this weekly breaks down, this is going to be your target, and I think that's how things are going to look. If tomorrow, if tomorrow the market makes an up move all of a sudden, and then it does a reversal at the trading hours, do not be surprised. Or the same thing, it just comes down and then goes up and then comes down again. We're going to have this boom, boom, boom kind of movement. All right. So tomorrow you got to be careful. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, since that's going to be open. Now with Bitcoin, as you know, I always say if you're buying and holding, you have to wait, okay, because the market needs to come down. And that's beautiful there. All right, so yeah. Now remember, Thursday I think it was a Thursday. Bitcoin, yeah, we have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday situation on this, and last week we had a Monday, right, which was the 30th of December. That's your 30th. So this is the 30th of December. And then we had Saturday, it went up in there. Okay, and this week we don't have anything until today. Now it's an interesting spot. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, one after the other. What do I have to be careful for? This thing can just keep pushing down. And I'm going to say why. You see, that's bearish. This is the monthly, it's bearish. Okay. And the market has been in here. This has been, pretty much wasted. You see how all the buyers came in. What does this show you? It's a head and shoulders. Okay. This could be a trend reversal, and we should treat it that way. Okay. So this is classic situation. If it works out according to what we think it's going to do, so we've got that neckline there, okay, then we've got that shoulder, head, shoulder, coming down. So what should this do for us? Come down, tap up, push down. All right. So if you're going to trade it, keep an eye out for it. But this is nice to see, nice head and shoulders, okay, on the daily, hinting us that it could be a trend reversal if it breaks down. And it is highly likely going to break down, because this has just been too many dips into here. This is like, I don't know, this is like a place where I wouldn't be buying too much. Okay, this is a done deal. This is a wasted zone here. So I'm going to get rid of this now. Why should I get rid of this? Because that goodbye kiss is already done. Okay, and now because the goodbye kiss is done, and we now have a new a new setup, like here. Okay, all I have to do now is boom, boom, boom. Okay, plate that way. There is a huge gap here, so you should definitely target 76 and so on. This is why I always say, guys, don't buy the tops and hold. This is not a buy zone. Buy zone is down here. If you're going to buy and hold, okay, it's down here or even lower, maybe. We'll see, because we've got to wait for April, end of March, like mid-March and onwards. Okay, if the market does go down, it'll start to come back up in March anyway, according to that's my calculation. We'll see how things pan out. Obviously, we're taking it one day at a time. All right, so just be mindful on how you're going to trade that into that zone. Okay, hope that helps. Have a good holiday in the US. All the best.